Oh no, you're in frame. Oh, hi everybody. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Audrey Baldwin. I am one of the other elements of Glitterbox Pursuits. Thought I'd better introduce myself a bit and give you a bit of background about my scandalous self. Really excited to be going on this journey with Jen and with you and all of the other unsuspecting souls who are gonna be part of this adventure. I guess a little bit of background about myself. I am an artist, a curator, an event producer. I like to call myself just a general rabble rouser in Aotearoa. I have spent most of my life here. I was actually born in Zimbabwe and lived there until I was 9. My family immigrated to Timaru, of all places, in 1995. So I've been in New Zealand ever since, hence the lack of accent. I worked really hard to get rid of that over the course of 3 years. Yeah, so I consider myself a proud Kiwi with a heart in multiple places. Zimbabwe is still my home, but so is New Zealand. And I do feel a really strong tie to Aotearoa. Like a lot of other creatives, post-Quake I was going to leave, go to, I don't know, Berlin or some shit. But then I felt a really strong sense of connection to this place after disaster strike. And I saw an opportunity to make a real difference using my skills, which generally are the creative ones. So somehow this has led to me being here and being part of Glitterbox Pursuits and continuing in my parade of trying to get shit done. As a performance artist, my key interests lie in power dynamics, the body, and undermining existing and established norms and bullshit ideas about where people's inherent value lies. I enjoy using everyday items and repetition, absurd actions to make people uncomfortable and to question the status quo. My practice operates with both photography, video, drawings, live performance. I'm a terrible painter. I hate it whenever you say you're an artist and people are like, what do you paint? Don't, not me. I guess a lot of my work recently has been taking the form of community engaged practice. I've always loved people, I've always loved working with people. The draw to being a performance artist was because I liked gathering people together and creating conversations and experiences as opposed to objects. So that's led me a lot into event management, event production and curation. Post-Quake I was one of the administrators for The Social, which is an artist collective that kind of sprung out of the need for art post-Quake and the severe lack of artist-run spaces and places to exhibit. So we took to the streets. I took part in that with Gabby Monteo and Lucy Matthews, two amazing badass artists also in Christchurch. That was kind of how I cut my teeth on wrangling cats and artists, was getting things done in vacant spaces, working with life in vacant spaces, working with the council, and learning that with sheer determination and a lot of spreadsheets you can actually get things done and make a true difference. Work with The Social led on to working with Warren Feeney and Emma Winiata Wilson to start up First Thursdays Christchurch. That took place just south of the city in Sydenham. We worked with businesses and again the council and vacant spaces to create a one night only event that was like night markets, pop-up exhibitions, installations, music, food trucks. It was a whole lot of everything and I ran that for 4 years. That came to an end largely because of, let's be real, sponsorship issues. It's really difficult to maintain events unless they're self-sufficient with funding. So this is kind of part of, hey Patreon, like let's try and see how we can make that work and actually make a sustainable model. So thanks for jumping on board. What else do I do? I guess I've got a list. If I don't have a list I get nothing done. Currently I work part-time for the Physics Room, another contemporary art space in Christchurch. I do their public programming and I look after the gallery on weekends. Super fun, wonderful place to work. If you haven't spent time there and you live in Christchurch, visit us, it's great. I also, for the last 9 years, have been running alongside Rosie Reckless and our newest recruit, Mythical Haze, Dr. Sketchy's Anti-Art School, the Christchurch branch. For those of you that aren't familiar with it, it is an international event that started in 2005 by Molly Crabapple, a badass art school dropout, who decided that life drawing classes were way too serious. So Dr. Sketchy's combines drinking, life drawing, burlesque. It kind of operates on the view that life models need to kind of take back that subjecthood, and it can be a little bit sexy, and that's okay. That's part of the reason I love burlesque. I do see it as quite a feminist act, and also Dr. Sketchy's helps me justify my outrageous shoe and costume obsessions. You will often see me making ridiculous set pieces or zhuzhing layers of fabric. When I am zhuzhing fabric and making a set, I'm in my happy place, and I love opportunities to craft ridiculous things. So I guess from Glitterbox Pursuits you will see I'm a bit of an open book. I have no filter. I already have heaps of nudes in public, so I don't really have anything to hide. I'm really looking forward to sharing my hot takes, my rants, my sordid stories, because let's face it, you can't be a good girl all the time. You've got to have some release. So thank you so much for coming on this journey with us. Really looking forward to getting some awesome, quirky, queer, creative stuff happening in Ōtautahi, and for you coming along for the ride. You'll see heaps more of me. You'll be so sick of this face. But thanks.